Well. I can move that too. Well, just in case you're not knowing what we got going on here, as promised, I'm coming back, or I'm back, to do a video that's been requested by one of my people out there. We'll give a shout out to her. We'll call her TB. Can we call her TB? And I'm getting in my little connective thing here. Give it a couple of minutes. Come on in here, Yellow Joy. Let me allow myself. Let me connect to some tea. Okay, because I'm already starting to get hot up in here. I kind of prep myself a little bit, if possible. Come on in here, Yellow Joy. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. I was just going to email you and say, the Yellow Joy get my stuff. I'm so happy that you got it. I'm so happy. Of course, charge it with your intention. Rub it between your hands, close your eyes, think about what it is you're wanting to use that oil for. You can even look for some chants and stuff that deals with that energy you're trying to pull. But it definitely have all of the herbs in there. I'm very connected to that archangel because that archangel ruled the planet that I'm ruled by. And yeah, come on in here, that girl Kia. Long time no see. How you doing? Yes, honey. So, I'm just going to say this. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear my PlayStation in the background. The bitch came on and I wasn't trying to have it come on, but it's on. So it's making the little noise of it. There's a fan underneath there. So it's making the little zzz. Okay. So that's what you guys are hearing. If you guys hear that, that's the PlayStation. Okay. So I want to try to keep this under an hour. I don't see any of my mods in here. You can hear it. Oh my God, plank hair. Let me see. Damn. Give me one moment. That's the damn coolant fan. There we go. Okay. You can't hear no more. Now it's dead silence. Hello. Yes, please. No foolishness, okay? I want you to quiet the foolishness, okay? Can you do that for me? So, the way that I have this set up that I'm going to, or how I'm going to be doing this, I know you guys seen a lot of ways that people present what I'm going to present to you now, like tarot readings and stuff, but I'm actually going to be using an oracle deck, playing cards, as well as I'm going to be using what I call the natural pendulum, okay? Which is your mind, of course. Like I said, a pendulum is definitely cute and all, but a pendulum is a crystal that's designed in a pyramid form, right? A cyclone, what is it? Pyramid and cylinder, to help you find items and stuff. So I'm going to use my mind to do it. So I also have a map here to help connect to energy and reveal what I'm feeling about this whole situation. I was not going to do this because I personally, based on this story is so old, y'all, that I have my own thoughts about it, and then of course, you know, spirit talking to me, telling me things, but I've never actually pulled cards on it and that good stuff. So, like I said, I'm going to do that now. What crystal is that one? This is selenite. There's oil all on it. It's selenite. There's oil all up on it. It's a selenite. You see resin, dragon's blood right there. Yep, dragon's blood right there. Cinnamon too. Yes, honey. It's oil on here. It was bigger than this, but it does dissolve over time. So this is selenite. This is amethyst. Of course, they help with projecting energy as well as tapping into your third eye. they're both does other things as well, like protect you and stuff, just to keep, when I zone out, just to protect me from anything that may come in. Okay. Of course, I have my protection candles lit, and also a candle that connects me to a certain realm. And we'll keep it there. Okay. Because, of course, people watch people who are not really my fan. I'm not really a fan of them. And, of course, we don't want them copying. Okay. Come on in here. I'm gonna try to do this under an hour. It is now 8:36 p.m. So if mods, if you could, when the time is there, I'll glance up every now and then. If you can tell me, hey, it's an hour, we're approaching 10 minutes, I could kind of wrap it up. I've already kind of, like I said, in my mind, thought about what I wanted to do, how I wanted to present. But of course, you have your plan, but Spirit will be like, bitch, okay. If you want to, you can check out the blog spot, twospiritmystic.blogspot.com. It's your last opportunity to join the blue light activation, where we'll be reprogramming, realigning energy, clearing obstacles, creating new energetic paths, and just overall just healing, okay? Any type of tea that may be there. So once again, like I said, I'm doing this my own way. I pulled up the Wikipedia page just to kind of get a background of what they're saying publicly. And as I go over it, this is going to be my way of focusing in on the situation to see exactly what comes up here. What I think I'm also going to do too is, even though my handwriting is a little sloppy, but I can read what I'm writing. Okay. Y'all might have a problem. Okay. When I tell you y'all might have a problem, I'm not going to have a problem. Let me put this on mute, because as soon as you start doing shit, girl, let me put this on vibrate too. Because as soon as you start doing shit, everybody and their mama going to start calling you, wanting to talk and shit. We don't got time for that. Ain't no talking. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to read what Wikipedia says about the situation. I've seen this stuff on many podcasts, as well as I believe it was on Unsolved Mysteries, I want to say. But like I said, as I read this, I'm going to kind of zone out. Like I said, if mods, if you can, if any foolishness come in here, silence the foolishness. And of course, I can scroll up to kind of see what exactly is going on after I'm done. But I don't want no foolishness. This is a test run of a live reading on situations like this. If it's a little crazy, there's technological problems, any technicalities that go wrong, then I'm just going to end it. Things like that happen. That's why I don't really like doing live stuff when it comes to readings and casework and stuff. It doesn't work out. Even for casework, we used to record what we were doing and things just went crazy. Okay, so the mouse will be here until I'm ready to jump in on it. And of course, I would love for those of you who are in the room. Once again, I'm not looking at the live chat. I'm looking at this information. If you want to, you could definitely interact and talk about this. Towards the end of it, I want to kind of see where you guys are at with it, and maybe even do like one more poll, because maybe there's a question you may have, one of you may have, that I'm not going to think of asking. So yes, so of course the situation is on the Springfield 3. Okay, the Springfield 3 refers to an unsolved missing persons case that began on June 7th, 1992. Okay. When Susie Streeter, and Stacy McCall, and Streeter's mother, Cheryl Levitt, I don't know how that goes, went missing from Levitt's home in Springfield, Missouri. All of their personal belongings, including cars, purses, were left. There were no signs of a struggle except a broken porch light globe. There was also a message on the answer machine that things are already coming up for me. That's what I'm writing down right now. There was a message on the answer machine that police believe might have provided a clue about the disappearance, but it was inadvertently erased. In 1997, Robert Cray Fox, a convicted kidnapper and robber, claimed that he knew the woman had been murdered and that their bodies would never be recovered. I don't think Robert Cray had anything to do with it. I think he was just trying to be a distraction. I feel that strongly. Neither their whereabouts nor their remains have been discovered. Okay. The victims, once again, is Cheryl Elizabeth Levite was 47. At the time of her disappearance, she was 5 feet even, 110 pounds, with short, light blonde hair, brown eyes, and pierced ears. She was a cosmetologist at a local salon, and a name Edgar popped up right now for some reason. And a single mother, and was described as being very close to her daughter, Susan Elizabeth Susie Streeter. Streeter was 19 years old, 5'2", 102 pounds, with shoulder-length blonde hair and brown eyes. Her distinguishable marks included a scar on her upper right forearm, a small mole in her left corner of her mouth, and a pierced ear, which was her left, twice. Stacey Kathleen McCall was 18, was 5'3", with long, dark blonde hair and light-colored eyes. Ooh, okay. Stacey Kathleen, there was a lot of emotions with her. I feel a lot of anxiety. She did not know anything about what was going on. The mother and daughter did. Okay. Streeter McCall graduated from Kickapoo High School on June 6, 1992. They were last seen around 2 a.m. on June 7th when they were leaving the last of a few graduation parties they had attended that evening. At some point during the night, they were also seen in Battlefield. The pair planned to spend the night at their friend Janelle Kirby's house, but when they decided Kirby's house was too crowded, they instead left to go to Streeter's and her mother's home at 1717 East Del Mar Street to retire for the night. It assumed they arrived because their clothing, jewelry, purse, and vehicle was all present at the house. I want to note this as well, that according to the pictures I've seen, I think all their cars are red. Okay, I want to also have that noted. Levitt was last heard from at approximately 11:15 on June 6th when she spoke with a friend on the phone about painting an armoire. Okay, so from 11:15, okay, to 2 a.m., let's just say that, okay, it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes, right? Yeah, about 2 hours and 45 minutes, okay? I just want that to be noted. Okay, going into what I'm feeling already, there's a lot of occult stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here, and even knowing about there is people believing that the mother was digging into stuff with the occult. I definitely feel like it is heavy around this, going into the times, going into the numbers, going into the dates, all that good stuff, going into the names, going into all this stuff marked out. And I want to also add this too, that there's something with water. There's something with water. Something with water, drowning, breathing problems. I feel there's water there. Strangulation with water, being strangled and being put into water. And this is with the mother. For some reason, I feel like the daughter, nothing has happened to the daughter. Susan Elizabeth Susie, I feel like she is still doing her thing. I don't feel like there's anything that happened to her. I feel like the friend Stacey, Kathleen, and I feel like Cheryl, I feel like they both are definitely deceased. But I feel a strong feeling about Susan that she is not deceased. I don't feel that. I feel a very light feeling when I think about Susie Streeter anyway, the daughter. I don't feel like I don't feel anything bad with her. I do feel like she knew what was going on as well as the mother did, but I don't think the friend Stacy Kathleen knew. Um, so following morning at 9 a.m., Kirby and her boyfriend visited the house after Streeter and McCall failed to show up at her home. They had planned to spend the day at Water Park and were supposed to leave the Kirby's residence. Upon arriving, Kirby found the front door unlocked and entered the home, but found no sight of Streeter, McCall, and Levitt. The boyfriend, Kirby. Kirby is connected to a man that's connected to the daughter, and he knows what's going on. He's a part of it. Kirby do not know about it, but he has a friend that's connected to Kirby's boyfriend. He has a friend that knows the daughter Streeter. I also feel like there's another girl involved, but I don't think she's connected to Janelle or Stacy Kathleen. I definitely feel that the daughter and the mother, Cheryl and Susie, that's her nickname, definitely was aware of what exactly is going on. I do feel that. I feel that very, 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 very strongly. Kirby found the door unlocked, entered the home, but found no sight of Streeter, McCall, Levitt. Each of the women's cars were parked outside. She also reported to police that the glass lampshade on the porch light was shattered. Though the light bulb itself was intact, Kirby's boyfriend instantly helped her sweep the broken glass off the porch, which police later determined may have destroyed potential evidence. There's definitely some stuff there. Inside the house, Kirby found Levitt and Streeter's dog, a Yorkshire Terrier named Cinnamon, Bam, who appeared agitated while inside. Kirby also answered a strange and disturbing call from an unidentified male who made sexual innuendos. She hung up and immediately received, I don't know why this name Edgar keeps coming up. This name Edgar keeps coming up. There's a name Edgar that keeps coming up with this. Several hours later, McCall mother's Janice, who visited the house after failed attempts to reach her daughter by phone. Inside, she noticed all three women's purses were sitting on the floor off of the living room and saw her daughter's clothing neatly folded from the night before. Levitt and Streeter's cigarettes were also inside of the house. Janice frantically called police from the home's telephone to report the three women. Oh my God. It's a lot of anxiety from Stacy Kathleen. There was a lot of anxiety. She was really scared because she did not see any of this coming. Once again, the daughter and the mother did. They definitely knew what exactly was going on. Like I said, there's a guy that's connected to Janelle Kirby's boyfriend. Okay. They also did not believe it was connected to the prank call Kirby received. It actually was. McCall's parents contacted police in reference to the daughter's disappearance from Levitt's home more than 16 hours after the woman was last seen. In other words, friends and family called and visited the home the following day. Police later estimated that the crime scene had been corrupted by 10 to 20 people who visited Levitt's house. Upon the police arrival, the scene showed no signs of struggle except for the shattered porch light. Police also noted Levitt's bed had been slept in. All properties were left behind, including purses, money, cars, cigarettes, and a family dog. Now, I do want to go into this. It says right here that on December 31st, 1992, a man called America's Most Wanted hotline with information about the woman's disappearances, but the call was disconnected when the switcher operator attempted to link up with Springfield investigator. Police said the caller had prime knowledge about abductions and publicly appealed for the man to contact them, but he never did. Levitt and Streeter was declared legally dead in 1997. However, their files are officially filed under missing. I'm telling you right now that the daughter is not deceased. Stacy, I do feel that she's definitely gone. I definitely feel like the mother's gone, but the daughter is not. The daughter is not. She is not deceased. She is. The daughter is definitely, yeah, she's definitely out and about. I want you guys to look into this a little more. There's so much to cover. And I want to just jump into what am I feeling. I do feel like there's two guys involved with this whole disappearance. I do feel like there is something dealing with higher up energies and powers um, going into this. I do feel there is some connection with an organization that is connected to Kentucky. I don't know why I feel that. I feel like there's something in connection with this whole situation from Kentucky. Two men, like I said, Edgar, the name Edgar kept popping up. I'm seeing it. I'm feeling that. And he does not look like an Edgar. So I don't know if that means that this is a moniker that he goes by, or this is actually, but there's one more guy who I definitely feel is connected to the boyfriend of Kirby. It just, I get a weird, funny feeling about this whole situation. I definitely feel like, once again, there is definitely some high spiritual stuff going on here. I definitely think that it's just a lot of crazy shit going on with this whole thing. I want to pull up some cards to exactly to put it out for you guys, because I'm getting a whole mixture of feelings. Anxiety is definitely one. Not even fearfulness, but just anxiety, just a lot of worrying. I'm going to see what comes up in these cards. Okay. I'm going to do a combination of both of my cards. My regular playing cards. I hope you guys can see this because I cannot see the frame. And I'm using my new Oracle cards that I've never used before. Okay. So let's jump right into it. Okay. So what I want to know is, I want to know exactly what energies are going on with this situation that has yet to come forward, that's yet to be public. What energies are around the situation that's kind of just laying there dormant, that no one's really caring about, wanting to search, wanting to dig up. Okay. So once again, there is a man involved. Okay. And going into exactly what this man is, who this man is, when it goes into the hearts deals with, when it goes to the hearts, it deals with seasons like summer. It deals with time frame, weeks, days, and sometimes years. But going into who this card represents, I feel like this card represents a water sign man. I feel like this man is more so, when it comes to water sign, I feel like he's a Cancer. I do see him being very, very sneaky, and be connected to some things going into this third or this Three of Spades card. This three of Spades card is letting me know that there is some depression there. There's some darkness there. This is the press card, but this also deals with darkness, things that are not really out there. Even going into the number 9, I feel like this is connected to some very, very bad stuff. This is the 9 of Clubs. The 9 of Clubs deals with he was sent. He was definitely sent. There is a person. I don't feel like this is the Edgar guy, but there is one more person which can definitely be linked to Edgar. And this is who he is. This is the Janelle. I believe this is Kirby's boyfriend's friend, the one I'm speaking of. Going into this card right here, this is a love card. So once again, this is kept into a love, some type of connection, some type of infatuation with this whole situation. I also feel like the daughter was kind of hoish. I feel that going into even the 10 of Hearts cards. This card deals with a lot of, this is the happiness card, but this also could come to, or display deceit, conning, like a love interest, someone fully making it seem like everything is perfect. I'm going to change your life. And that's what this card represents. So this is telling me with this whole pool that this person right here, this Cancer guy, um, um, just very, very, like I said, very, very sneaky. He had an infatuation with blonde haired women. Um, and that's why they all have blonde hair. He had a very, very good infatuation. Even going into who he is, I'm not gonna really go into um hell, I am. Because I notice when things come up or you don't speak about it, other things go down. So this is definitely a Caucasian man. This is definitely a Caucasian man, which I feel like he's dark hair, but I feel like he have light colored eyes. He had a very deep infatuation with blonde hair. Even going into the occult connection to that, I feel like the blonde hair represents innocence and very much light energy. Okay, going into the cards. Oh my God, they're all upside down. Okay, so the first card is the thinking woman. Okay, community, contract. Yes. So once again, this connects to some occult stuff. I feel like the mother not thinking, and I always tell people this is why you should be concerned. Going into people who are very much into spiritual stuff. Like a lot of people are not aware of witch hunters. And I keep telling people this. Witch hunters are not what you think they are. They're not people that are going around seeking witches and wanting to slay witches and murder witches just like that. Not like American Horror Story Coven. Witch hunters are also people that will act like they know about witchery. They will act like they know about the occult. They will get you in, and once they have your innocence, they will then sacrifice you. They will then do some shit to you, torture you, abuse you, because that innocence of you wanting to seek is very light, is very pure. So I definitely think that the mother is the one that got into it. If you actually notice too, the card says 47. This is the mother. The mother was missing at 47. This is her. Okay, this is her. The mother definitely initiated all this. She was curious about the occult, and she got connected with this man who gave her false information about things, and of course her daughters and stuff. Her daughter and her friend was also intrigued by it. Going into the community card, I think that it is a group thing. Once again, this connects me to a sister once said, again, in a cult. On these cards right here, there's 3 beautiful women. There was 3 women missing. Even the numbers that come up around these women are 11, 9, 7, 4. And I also, 1. That's 11, but I get a lot of 1. Going into the contract, they were definitely, this whole situation was brought on definitely based on money. And I also feel that all their belongings was left behind because, of course, it will basically allow them to be tracked. It will give more trackable, traceable evidence. That's why a lot of stuff was left behind. Okay, I just feel like there was some sneakiness going on, some deceit, like I said before. Once again, going into the cards that were pulled. My next question would be. Okay, my next question would be, was there anybody that showed up to the house, okay, who tried to, they were trying to help out the situation involved in this case? Oh, shit. Now, you know what that, oh, girl, when you're shuffling your cards and they fall out like that, that's definitely some energy there. I think that people purposely tampered with evidence to be a part of, to cover up. I think this was a community effort. I think everybody was involved. And when I say higher up people, like, I think that law enforcement was involved. I feel like law enforcement, somebody up in there, somebody up at that level was involved in all this. I really do feel that. I really do feel that. Once again, I do not feel like Robert Craig Fox, the guy who came out and said they'll never be found and all this other good stuff. I don't feel like he had anything to do with it. I feel like he was just someone used to distract. But let's see. Let's see exactly what is going on here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Diamonds that show up. We have the Nine of Spades that show up. Well, we have the Four of Clubs that show up. Of course, once again, this represents a physical person. I do feel like there is a woman. I feel like this represents that woman that I said. I feel like there's a woman involved who's really not coming forward, that nobody's really talking about, nobody's really connecting to. And to be honest with you, I think she's playing both sides. I think she's playing like she's in search of, but she actually know exactly where they're at. Going into what the Queen of Diamonds deal with, once again, diamonds of course symbolizes zodiac, just like clubs, space, and all the good stuff. Um, this card, ooh, and this person is a very nasty person. This person is very, 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 very nasty. Like I said, I get like a whole. I feel like there was a lot of sexual stuff connected with all this. A lot of sexual um, fetishes connected with this, and I just feel ooh, there, ooh, God, oh yeah, yeah. This person was a very very promiscuous person, and I'm gonna say this right now. This person is also tied with authorities. Um, oh God, but going into diamonds, this is an earth sign. I feel like this woman is more so. I don't know why I feel like she's a Virgo. I feel like it's the Virgo woman going into the nine of clubs and the or excuse me, the nine of spades and the four of clubs. The four of clubs is the stranger's bed. This is telling me definitely she's a very sexual person. That it was a lot of seduction, a lot of sex magic involved with all this. Going into the one thing that's really catching my eye, the number nine shows up again. Nine is very mysterious. It's also the death card. Okay, going into the nine of spades, this card represents death. This is the pallbearing card. This also talks about legal things coming to an end. I definitely do feel like this person was linked up with a lot of this stuff. I think this person actually helped the guy Edgar initiate a lot of this stuff. And like I said, with Edgar, that name just pops up. Just that name right there is just out there. Edgar, Edgar, Edgar. And he's definitely connected with all this. And I honestly feel like the mother met him at her salon, because when I started reading about the salon, that's when I got that feeling. Like I said, I've heard about this story many, many times, but just now doing this with you guys, I feel Edgar. Okay. I feel a guy by the name of Edgar. Okay. Will this ever be solved? That's what I want to know. And will it be solved sooner than later? Not will it ever be solved. Will it be solved sooner than later? So yes, that's a no. It's not going to be solved. I feel like there's a lot of covering up. There's a lot of covering up. Yeah, there's a lot of covering up here. Oh, a lot of sneakiness, a lot of shady shit going on. Going into um the seven of clubs, the ten of spades, and the four of spades. The seven of clubs is dealing with exhaustion, chaos. You know, like I said, I think there's a lot of people working overtime to make sure this shit is not exposed. I also feel like there's a lot of people involved, legal team. I feel like there's also some reporters involved. I just feel like there's a lot of things that are involved from a higher perspective. Okay, going into the ten of spades. Once again, it's the death card, sadness. This is definitely something coming to an end. It's in the present position as the previous cards were. Going into the four of spades. This talks about sickness. I think that the person who knows about this stuff is going to take it to their grave. I think the person who knows about every single thing, they're going to take it to the grave. I do feel like, yeah, I think this is going to remain unsolved. I don't think this is going to, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it turning out. Um, I don't see it turning out. to where it's going to be soft. I don't see it at all. I'm going to see in the live chat who's involved, who's there. Come on, Bad Illusion. Come on. Satanists. Definitely some Satanists. Definitely some Satanists. Definitely. Definitely. Definitely some Satanists. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Human trafficking. With the daughter, okay, with Streeter. Um, that I don't feel like that card related to her, but I definitely feel like there was definitely some sexual stuff involved. Um, and I think it was more so of a energetic thing. You know, a lot of people are not aware of there are some spirits that require a human sacrifice. And this is why it gets very, very dark and it gets very, very deep. And that's like you telling people going into the spiritual shit, you have to stay protected because this stuff turns very, very dark and it could turn very, very dark very, very quick. Okay. A lot of people who seek after this stuff do not make it. They do not find it. Okay. There's another case that I want to talk about down the line that I also feel like is connected to some dark stuff. And once again, a cover up. And even going into why they sought after this woman. This woman was very, very intellectual. She was intellectual, but she was also very spiritual. She had a balance of both. Okay. Yes, honey. Come on, that girl Blanco. How are you doing? Come on, Eclectic. Yes, that's what I thought, but it looked dark in the lighting. Marichicha has a selenite wand. Oh, okay. Come on in here. It does absorb darkness. Yes, it does. Love it. Less sugar in your diet. You can. You can get your sweetness from fruit. You can definitely cut out a lot of your sugar. You don't need sugar every day. Let me see your teeth, Queen of Plants. Send me a picture of your teeth. You do not. Okay. Yes, honey. Yes, human sacrifices. Yes, come on in here. That's what I feel is going on with this whole situation. I feel like it was some stuff going on. I feel like the mother was connected to some stuff. And what I want to know is who is the daughter's, the daughter's, what happened to the daughter's father? Just something I want to kind of think. What happened to the daughter's father? Where's he at? Okay. Anybody want to ask some questions that they want me to pull? As I stated, honey, the next case I present, I am fully connected to and fully committed to. My eyes itching. I feel connected to that case. This case, like I said, I really wanted to talk about this because someone brought it to me, which I think is very, very interesting. Even going over the fact is that, you know, it's 3 women, different ages. They had basically similar phenotypes in every area. And I just think like they're connected to a whole bunch of tea. I guess if not, I guess I'm going to pull one more set of cards just to see exactly what energy is there. We already confirmed that there's definitely a woman and a man involved. Earth sign and water sign. Oof. Y'all, there's just so much stuff that I get. There's so much stuff I get. I do not get that there was any drugs involved because I think one of the theories were there was possibly drugs involved. I do definitely get spiritual, human sacrifice type of stuff. I feel like there was a lot of fetishes going on. And you know what I even think too? Or should I say what I feel? Because thinking is a process of you articulating your own outcome. I feel like this group of people, I feel like the same group of people that are involved with this whole situation is also connected to a lot of other cases in this country. And there was a guy, and this comes up. There's a guy. It have nothing to do with this case, so maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. But I feel like they are a part of. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to continue this because something just came up. I feel like they are connected to an organization that is in the darkest aspect of one of these Egyptian gods. And also going into the phenotype of these women and exactly their features, these group of these men go after that. They go after that type. They go after that type. But I definitely know it comes from Kentucky. They're definitely, whatever is this that's connected to this is definitely connected to Kentucky. I feel that. Let me see. If the daughter is alive, is she being held against her will at all? Why is she coming forward? If the daughter is alive, is she being held against her will? That is a good question, Queen of Plants. Let's see. If the daughter is alive, I got to get in frame, huh? If the daughter is alive, I know, gosh, I shuffle my cards like this, y'all. Yes, I do. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh. See, there's a lot of, I think, there's a lot of mysteries, a lot of coding with this whole situation. Um, Victory comes up upside down, losing battles, the garden and the gate, contemplation stuck within. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Why hasn't the daughter come forward? If she's still alive, is it a part? Is she being held against her will? I do not feel like she's being held against her will, even going into these cards. I do not feel like she's is being held against her will. I definitely feel like whatever it is that she did it in the name of love. Whatever it is that she's doing it in the name of love. I do not feel like she's held against her will. I feel like she's conscious about this. She's wanting to do this. I do feel like it was very hard for her to come to that conclusion, but I definitely feel like she is definitely content, is in her right mind, and definitely was aware of exactly what is going on. I do feel that way. I do. I do. So nothing sneaky going on there. You know, nothing deceitful going on there, honey. Okay. Okay. Did any of the perpetrators have some sort of mental affliction? I think so. I think a sexual fetish. I think a sexual fetish. I think they had a fetish for two of them in particular. There's two people that come up. I think they had a fetish for these women. I think they were definitely sexually into them, kind of like a skinwalker, not a skinwalker. What do they call that? There was a guy who was an obsessed person with one of these celebrities, and he was sending him death threats and said that he wanted to feel her. He wanted to see what it was like to have her on him. And he was sending her videos about cutting her open and taking out her insides and rubbing them on him and taking her skin and feeling it. And he was just doing weird shit out on camera. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. There was a video online about it. I want to say he was obsessed with Pamela Anderson. I want to say that. Oh, let me shuffle these tea, honey. Let me shuffle these teas. Oh, okay. Contract. We're good. We're just gonna pull another one. Contract. Upside down is the thinking man. So it was definitely a thought out process. Definitely a thought out process. I feel like this card represents Edgar. But once again, I definitely feel like there was a sexual obsession with these women. And like I said, I don't think that Stacy was aware of what was going on, but I think the mother and daughter definitely knew. Cheryl and Susie, I think they were definitely aware of what's going on. Once again, the contract card comes up. The Archangel Gabriel comes up. This deals with the heart. This is definitely love. Okay, this is all done in the name of love, but behind the scenes, a contract. Come on in here, Grand Madam. Come on in here, Grand Madam. Come on in here. Come on in here. I want to pull something up right now. This is a map of the United States of America. Okay. This is a map of the United States of America. Okay. I just want you guys to get an idea of what this is. So Springfield, Missouri is right here. They do got a Springfield, Massachusetts, but Springfield, Missouri is right here, right? Kentucky is right here. Okay. Let me fold this in half because I wanna get in on this. Let me fold this in half because I wanna get in on this right here. I wanna get in on this. I don't see all the cities on this map. Okay. But for some reason, okay, I feel like where they're connected to is this little region right here. Okay. And I believe that's the Lexington area. There's something here. There's something here. What I want to do is, while that is there, I want to see if I can pull up. I want to see if I can pull up something. Ooh. Let me see if I can pull up some tea. I guess Google will help, huh? Like Google Maps. Lexington and Richland. I feel like it's that region. It's that region. There's something connected with this whole thing in that region. In that region. And I definitely feel like, once again, law enforcement definitely is involved, and people in other levels and branches of government. I do feel that. I do feel that. And I want to do this. I want to do. Let's do. Let's do Springfield. Oh my God. Okay. So from Springfield to Richland, it's a straight shot. It's a straight shot. It's a straight shot. Um, of course, there's some little turns there, but you can take Interstate 60, which will turn into Interstate 24. So yes, I believe it's in this area right here. Richland. Yeah. What's in that area of Richland? Let me see if I can do a street view. Girl, it said if you walk, it'll be 24 hours. It said it'd be 124 hours to walk. Let me see if I can put this down here. Oh, girl, Richland is very rural. Honey. Oh my God, they got so many trees and shit. Yes. Oh my God. It's like, girl, this looks like California. It's so the road, girl, there's no sidewalks, y'all. There's no sidewalks. It's very hilly. There's swamps there, um bodies of water sitting there, honey. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. If they weren't to investigate over there, if they were to investigate Richland area, they would get more clues to the situation. They would definitely get more clues to the situation. I do feel like, once again, there's a lot of cover-ups. There's a lot of cover-ups with this situation. Okay. And it's actually it was 25 years ago, 2017. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. So it'll be 29 years this year, which comes out to 11. Mm-mm-mm. Who is Robert Craig in this case? Robert Craig is actually the guy who was involved in kidnapping stuff. I personally feel like he has nothing to do with this case, but I do feel like he was there as a distraction. I feel like the law enforcement used him as a distraction, basically to. Let me check out a good example. Oh my God. It just hit me right now. Usher allegedly hired Shakiba. No, let me not fuck up her name. Uh, the girl. We're going to just say her name. The girl. Usher hired this girl to act like, allegedly, he paid her to basically distract her, or to distract the public, to make it seem like he gave her an STD. And based on her stories having loopholes and she seems crazy, he wanted the public allegedly to feel that all of them are mentally ill. And even going into the storyline, that the boy who so-called said he also got something was a fictional character. And in fact, the woman who he paid, which is the girl, the big girl, I can't remember her name. Oh my God. Shakana? No, it's not Shakana. Oh my God, y'all. We're gonna get that name right now. Hold on. We're gonna get that name right now. What is her name? Oh my God. I know her last name is Sharpton. Anyway, basically, he hired her to pretend that she had gotten herpes from him, to make it seem like everybody else was lying. And it was exposed. The girl actually called a YouTuber blogger and said it was her. I'm saying all that to say is, y'all, this is one prime example that people could hire people when it comes to a issue. Basically, they're usually the people who cause the problems usually have a solution as well, and they'll just offer the solution, or they'll start the problem to distract people, to distract person, places, and things. And that's what happened with this situation. I think Robert Craig was used as an distraction, so that people could say, oh, okay, maybe he does, maybe he don't. People would stay fixated on him, that, okay, yeah, he's the one that did it, so BNC's not going to say, y'all, we never going to find it. Wrong. Wrong. He was a cover up. And they call that something. They hire people to play that role. And it happened with a lot of situations too in this country, privately, publicly, on all levels. Okay, just so you know. They hire people on all levels, honey. Going into, this had nothing to do with the Kobe Bryant stuff, but hey, I personally feel like the Kobe Bryant thing too. I feel like there was something set up-ish with that as well. And I feel like something was set up. People are wanting us to, have condolences for the other families that were involved. But to be honest with you, the innocent people here, fully innocent, was in fact Kobe Bryant and his daughter. Now, I won't say innocent to where they had no idea exactly what was going on, but definitely to where they were the ones that basically, suffered the most. I think the pilot definitely was in on some shit. Okay. I definitely feel that, honey. That wasn't no accidental shit. Just so happened, girl, it happened right before the damn Super Bowl too, girl. Y'all ain't fooling me, honey. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. 2-minute warning. Come on in here, Plant Care. Thank you so much, Queen of Plants. A cold hot Eastern Stars, perhaps. Oh, well, no, I don't think it's connected to Eastern Stars. I do feel like these law enforcement people. See, I want to say this too because people think that. Come on now. People think that certain groups. I feel like this group is a racist group, but I don't feel like they're KKK. But certain groups that are racist, because I tell people this and I will continue to say this, okay? White womans are equivalent to nigga mans and niggas womans. Okay? Let me put it in y'all terms, because I don't talk like that. But according to what is being said, is that a white woman are equal to the black people. They're treated like black people. And very similar to even going into a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay. So all I'm saying is, honey, this group of people were very much homophobic, transphobic. They still are. They're homophobic, transphobic. They're not a fan of women. They disregard lives of women. They disregard lives of colored people. They don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. In fact, I do feel like once again that they're connected to some type of Egyptian occult type of thing, very connected to, very similar to Luciferian. And I think that they're misguided and they don't really want to know the right information because there's a lot of money that's involved. I feel like they're hired and they're used. That's why contract kept coming up. They were basically contracted to fulfill this. I also feel like the mother, Cheryl, was involved in some stuff and she was seeking the spiritual stuff. And this other thing too, why you don't talk about what you're doing with people. You could say, hi, I'm a spiritual person. Hey, I love spirit, blah, blah. But you don't say, I'm about to go look this up. A man hit up and said he was. Because then people start presenting people to you to where they're just trying to get inside of your head. Okay. So this is why I tell you guys, don't be so hungry for spirituality where you go to flea markets. Hi, I'm a spiritualist. Yes, I do spiritual. Like, don't be so hungry for that. Because there's people that will get your ass right together. And I think a lot of missing cases are connected to spiritual stuff. I really do. I will continue to say that. I don't feel like a lot of people who are missing for anything else. I think most stuff is connected to spiritual stuff, seeking after, especially going back in the day. Nowadays, I don't think so much, but definitely back in the day, I think that it was people openly seeking spiritual stuff and people saying, I'm going to use this against them. I'm going to, this light person, let's pull this energy and let's use it for what we're using it for. And that's what I believe. Like, so there's another case that came up today. While I was getting dressed, it popped up on YouTube and there's a situation that happened not too far from this area. And instantly I said, honey, there's something covered up. And that's just creepy to think about it, y'all. That you really can't trust nobody in this day and age. You can't trust law enforcement. You can't trust government officials. Like, you really have nobody to trust but yourself and your spirits. And that's why I'm so much about protection, because that's really where it's at. Confide in peace of mind and that metal piece of you can get it. Come on in here. Okay, peace of mind and that metal piece of you can get it, honey. Okay. So yes, I don't think they're connected to the Eastern Stars. I do feel like they are connected to a group. And let's see what comes out. Let's see, honey. Because we're talking about it. Let's see what Google gonna give us. If Google don't give it, I'm not gonna say it, but it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Uh-oh. I guess I'm not the only one that looked into this, honey, huh? I guess I'm not the only one that looked into this, huh? Ooh. Okay, let's see what pops up here. Okay. Okay, these cities pop up. I don't know why this popped up like this, but I guess we're going to utilize it. I guess we're going to utilize it, honey. Okay. So they said the top 10 cities in Missouri that are connected to KKK members. It says, and I'm going to pull up the map right here because this map ain't showing me anything. Oh, we're not looking at Springfield. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for Richland, Kentucky. That's what we're looking for. Richland, Kentucky. Okay. Olive Hill, Catchesburg, Pineville, Lebanon, Glasgow, Newport, Shelbyville. Isn't that crazy? Black people love Newport cigarettes. Winchester, Covington, and Ashland. So let me pull up my map again. And I want to see. We're gonna do Covington. Covington. We're just gonna do this really, really, really lightly and politely. Okay. Because I don't think the people are KKK, but I feel like there are subgroups to that. Okay. So let's see exactly. Okay, so Covington is actually very close to Cincinnati. Covington, Kentucky is very, very close to Cincinnati, honey. I heard that. I heard that, honey. It's in Canton County, honey. Anybody know anybody out there in Canton County who can give me a call in so we can trace our T. We can trace these T's. Anybody know somebody out there that we can call out there in Covington? And it won't let me click on it. Normally, this I don't like using Google. Bitch! 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 I said Google and Yahoo pops up. How dare you? Girl, no wonder why. Yahoo, you can never pull up that Matmas thing. Okay, so Covington is very, very close. So that's way up there. That's definitely not them, honey. This place is near Richland. Oh my God, y'all. We'll do that. I want to do a part 2. Can someone look into this for me? Covington, Covington, Glasgow, because I don't have time. Olive Hill. Tell me what T is over there. There was a site that we looked up before. That gave us all the groups. Ohio, Indiana, and that whole area had a lot of this. They had a lot of this tea, y'all. They had a lot of this tea, y'all. They had a lot of this tea. When I say TTT, they had a lot of this tea. Girl, they on the outskirts, girl. They're near West Virginia. Oh my God, West Virginia is near Kentucky. I got family for West Virginia, honey. Yes, girl. Yes, honey. Girl, yes, honey. They're mountain people, girl. Yes, honey, come on in here. I don't know, girl. Listen, I might have some family members up in that. Honey, I heard that. Anybody out there? Oh, almost said that mine. Ow, I want them looking for me. Ow. They're gonna say, "Oh, we got a transgender nigga. We got a transgender nigga relative." Catlettsburg. Ah, girl, they're gonna say that motherfucker looking for us. This hit that bitch up and act like you know somebody. You know what? Catlettsburg is a small city, so that's even further out, honey. Y'all need somebody to pull up some tea for me. I need somebody to pull up some tea for me. Can somebody pull up some tea for me? Pinesville, Lebanon. Yeah, because that's too much. I can't pull that all up. Can someone pull up some tea for me? The deck I used is called the Energy deck. I want to do some more deep readings. Like I said, I don't really feel drawn to the Springfield 3 stuff. I really did it because one of my people hit me up and said I should touch in on it. There's a lot of information out there about this case. But when I get into doing the readings and I just love the designs. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love the designs. Deceit. Just creepy shit, honey. Action. And it's a white and black horse. Angel of balance. Oh, and they got the Egyptian shit there, honey. Come on in here. Reset. Angel of strength. Oh, come on in here, girl. She thinks she's a lioness alien, honey. Door of value, honey. I just love this stuff. And I tell people, it's so easy to read tarot cards and it's so easy to read oracle cards and stuff. People like to read them according to what the instructions say. I don't think that means you have a spiritual gift. I feel like anybody can do that. Anybody can pull up a deck of tarot cards and tell you, oh, this means that, this means that. And you're going to be like, what? As the reader, I call that playing with the cards. As a reader, you should be able to see the cards and see something totally different. Like a good example, this card says contract, right? And it's a woman who is covered. Depending on the situation, this card could represent what a woman walking into a contract blindly. This can also represent a Libra woman. Okay? As you can see in the back right there, it says contract and there's something written. Maybe she didn't read clearly the contract. So it depends on the question. That's what the answer is going to be. Going into Archangel Gabriel dealing with the fifth chakra. Okay, you see a man there with an angel wing with an army suit on. You see trees and a head around him. Okay, so maybe this is saying, bitch, you need to listen to your heart more. Maybe this is saying that you're being distracted by a man who's trying to say that he's in love. Depending on the situation, this could be a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe this could be a man representing a man raising his frequency into the heart chakra where the information is flowing through to where he's like, aha. I tell people, I think that people who have that aha moment, that's your heart chakra reading back to you because adrenaline, you get an adrenaline rush. When you get that, oh my God, I'm so excited. So this card represents a man who's coming into himself, right? Going into this card, it says the thinking man. Okay, you have a man who has a hat on with feathers. Okay, you have him inside of a building. You have the number 46, which could be translated to number 1. In his hand, he has crystals. Okay, this looked like what is that crystal called? Metrolite. Is it Metrolite? Anyway, so he's looking at this crystal in his left hand. Okay, so it says the thinking man. This man could be up to something trickery. This could be a trickster. He has a costume of a gesture, right? Him being thinking. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 feathers there, 2 feathers there, and a hat. He's thinking and he's expressing, channeling something, but he's not going to tell you fully exactly what he's thinking. So that's how you read these cards. Every card, there's one card, but it could have 1,000,001 meanings. Maybe the man is looking on he's looking in the brighter side. There's a light coming from here and there's darkness there. Okay, it looks like something is pulling him into the dark, but he's paying attention to the light. So this could be, he's contemplating to do the right or wrong thing, and he's leaning towards the wrong thing, but he's given the illusion that he's going to be doing the right thing. See, every card could be could be decoded differently depending on the situation and the reader. Okay. It comes up for you differently. That's what I said. What I want to do is I want to get 3 or 4 readers. I would love to do this. 3 or 4 readers. We get on a one little reading thing and somebody present a situation to us and we all separately, okay, we all separately pull cards and we see exactly what we're feeling. And the person who is there could say, yes, yes, I'm leaning more towards this person. This person gave a more accurate reading, blah, blah, blah. And I also feel too, if there's some piggyback stuff going on, you're disqualified. We got to click you out. Bye, ma'am. You piggybacking. We need you to give some real tea here. I won't even say 5. I think 3 will be good enough. So that's something I would love to do too, to show you that no one gives the exact same reading. Now you can get the exact same answers because I've given readings to people and they're like, oh my God, another reader said the exact same thing, but she said that it's this, snap. Okay. No, everybody sees things differently, but definitely spirit talks and you have to fucking listen. Okay. Come on in here, TC. Please, yes, honey. This is cool right here. Doing your own spirits. I know that's like, come on in here. If that into cult crime stories, cold cases, keep doing this, it's a trigger. Oh my God, Belizean. Wait until I get into, there's one I want to get into. There's There's actually 2. One of them is in the LA area. So that's in my playground. So I wanna do one on that situation because we talk about LA being the city of demons. So this is, this could be linked up to the Missouri 3, the Springfield 3. There's even another case. Oh my God, there's one even closer to me where there was a guy actually trying to go up to Washington State. So those are the 2 that I want to do next. Like maybe next week, maybe sometime this weekend. I don't know, but I want to go into that because I'm into that stuff. I'm into that type of shit, y'all. I'm into everybody's suspicious, honey. Don't put it past nobody, honey. Sometimes parents being on their kids don't miss too. Girl, bye. Y'all better ask somebody. I would hate to think that there's spiritualists out there or people out there that hit up spiritualists for casework. And the spiritualist said, your children are demonic. Let me talk about this for a minute. Okay. This is why I tell y'all, this is why I offer classes and I want you guys to learn how things are done so you can make the better decisions. I would hate to think about there's people out there who are spiritualists that are giving readings to people and are telling people, hey, your child is possessed by a demon. And if you don't get rid of that child is going to get rid of you. And especially being a mentally ill person, they're not going to take it as exorcise that child's demon up out of him. They're not going to think of it as cleanse that child, purify that child. They're going to think of it as, I got to get rid of this fucking child because he's demonic and he's going to get me. So then the parent in return do some torturing. They do some, trafficking. It's just crazy to think about that. But based on what I've seen and what I've heard, because I told you guys, someone that came to me about these spiritualists out here. I won't say no names, but we got text messages, we got emails to prove it. We got the conversation, okay, where they told her, your child is possessed by a demon. You need to do some real good cleansing work on him. And I expressed to this woman that no, your child is not possessed by a demon. Your child knows that you're not with his father. For 1, for 2, your child sees that you're doing other things with other people. For 2, for 3, your child is watching your every move. So maybe 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're sad. Maybe he see you cuss out everybody else and he's picking up that energy. Especially you have a child who's an empath. He's channeling your emotions and your energies. And when you're in that good mood, he scares you because you're like, wait a minute. You're like, wait a minute, hold up. You're like, fuck. He's displaying my characteristics. He's showing what I would do. He's giving off the energy that I gave off when I'm in that mood. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people need to understand how spirit works, and even when people give you readings, I tell you, clear your mind, relax yourself, Do some deep breaths, because a lot of people shallow breathe. A lot of time you do a lot of shallow breathing, your body's not fully getting the oxygen it's needing, including your brain. That's why you get headaches, you get hypertension, you get a whole bunch of stuff. You get inflammation of the pancreas, you get a whole bunch of shit that goes on when you're not deep breathing, right? So that's why you're reminded to deep breathe. When you deep breathe or you take deep breaths, okay, now all of a sudden energy is going to your brain and you can think clearly, right? You're not suffocating. You're breathing and saying, oh my God. So then, like I said, going into that, when you're doing readings, also walk into it open heartedly. Don't be like, nope, nope, nope. That's not what I want to hear. No, 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 no. That's not what I want to hear. No. If you're seeking an answer from a spiritualist, it's not what you want to hear. You're asking spirit to show you, and the spirit is telling that your baby daddy is a con artist and he's up to no fucking good. Spirit is telling that, bitch, you better run. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Because I'm telling you, at least when it comes to me, bitch, you always gonna be regretting it. Okay, and I get it a lot. Oh no, there's no way. I've been on this man for 15 years. Okay, so you're saying that spirit is lying, or you're saying that I'm lying? Okay, and then shut up. It ended up being revealed. Oh, there's a court case that came up for this man, and come to find out he was involved in some sex trafficking. Oh, okay. Okay, so God is giving you these signs to let this motherfucker go, and you're not. So what you gonna do, sis? It's not what you want to hear. It's what spirit wants you to know. And that's why I tell people, have an open heart. Let those answers come through. Sometimes you're asking about money and an answer about your health will come through. That happens a lot too. I go by what's more important, because people see here and be like, I want to know, is my baby father who cheated on me several times and he got a girl pregnant now, will he come back to me? That's a cute question. But I'm going to say, Spirit, show us what is needed to be known. Show us what is being missed. And it's going to say, yeah, your man is gay too, by the way. He's gay. But also, on top of him being gay, your man also got your sister pregnant. Yes, that's why the child is named after him. Let me stop. Let me stop. White bread folks. How about white bread folks? City of Demons. Yes, LA got a lot of demons, honey. I'm down. Can you do a thing where I can set a reminder? Yes, honey. Yes, of course. Yes. I will definitely come forward. No, I'm not doing call-ins, TC. No, we're doing some we did a reading on a little situation that happened. And like I said, I really wasn't, it's a cute situation. I don't feel like it's going to be resolved. I don't feel like it's going to have any outcomes that are truthful. Very similar to the Kanika stuff. Like Kanika Jenkins have very similar energies, and everybody was giving their input and stuff, and this, that. It's so many layers to that situation, you guys. That it's so many layers to that situation that a lot of stuff it's not going to be revealed. And so it's just going to linger. It's going to linger forever, forever, forever. It's going to fucking linger. And if it does come to a resolution, it's going to be a fake one. It's going to be one just to shut people up. And that's just what I'm saying. So it's a deep ass hole. And like I said, that situation, once again, it's a deep hole. And it's just, you could talk about this for a whole lifetime. Nothing's going to come of it. Now, one of the situations I want to talk about, I definitely feel like something could potentially come of it. I definitely feel like there's definitely going to be an outcome with it. And like I said, I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do that one the next video. Very, very interesting. Very, very weird and freaky. Like even thinking about it, like traveling alone and stuff, like you got to be very cautious. I've driven through cities, backwoods cities, y'all. Like backwoods cities, no streetlights, no nothing. People are like, girl, don't go there. They're not really a fan of people like this. And then I'm thinking like, well, I'm also transgender. So bitch, they pull me over, think they're gonna get some poom, 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 doom, doom, and be like, what the fuck? I'm really gone. But of course, I'm always on my protection stuff. I'm always asking for spirits to be with me. And I definitely come across some stuff. But going into these situations of how easily it can turn into something like that. Like it's quite freaky. It's quite freaky. Even going into the stories that happen like in Michigan and stuff, y'all. There's so many stories out there of stuff that happened like in Michigan, in Texas. Like Texas is just a breeding ground for shit like this. It's just it's crazy. Texas, and I do think also certain parts of New Mexico. Like it's a breeding ground for weird shit to happen where people vanish and there's some weird shit attached to it. And it's like, girl, like you know, yeah. So anyway, you do some weird shit. Can can you connect me? What is that? I have a filmmaker who is writing about the haunted house she lives in Philadelphia. Come to find out, this whole community is haunted. She's in the movie, and I recommended you. Definitely connect me, TC. Come on in here. Definitely connect me. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on over there in Pennsylvania and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be leaving in 9 minutes. I'm so thankful for Plant Care for setting that timer. I said 10-minute warning. But going into this whole area right here, there's a lot that goes on all the way down. I want y'all to get this. I want y'all to get this really clear. Okay, from South Carolina. No, we're gonna start here from Savannah, Georgia, along the coast, right? Okay, then you start cutting through here, right? Then you go up to Maryland. Okay, okay. All this shit right here is some weird shit. All this shit right here. All this shit is weird. Okay, all this shit is weird right here. All this shit is weird right here. When I say all this shit is weird, girl, they got shit that goes on there. They got energetic things that are connected. I want to actually get a picture of ley lines. I want to blow them up and I want to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Like there's so much tea that goes on right here that deals with human trafficking and human sacrifices, because that's what this stuff lead into. Like, girl, I always, and I'll continue to tell people, Appalachian Mountains, I will always tell people, you're not going to stop human trafficking. They were hoping that back page would be taken down because it was going to stop human trafficking. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, honey. Some people are in that voluntarily. Some people are in that because, you know, they get sucked into that. Some people are sold into that by their own damn parents. But there's a lot of that take place in this era right here. A lot of stuff, y'all. Just a lot of weird shit. Body parts, I'm sure, be found. I'm sure they have weird shit. Part torso of a woman, a man, finger, toes, head, ears, all that. Baltimore, Maryland, for sure. This little area right here, I feel like it's some type of triangle here, and it sometimes skip over here to New Jersey. But there is something in Baltimore that's also very freaky as well. And what's freaky about this, there's a part of Baltimore that literally, I want to say all throughout the 80s and 90s, people were missing. And they would go to this park and they'll go missing, or they found body parts, or they found bodies, just crazy shit, y'all. Just crazy shit. And I actually was looking at, and I had to stop myself because the mind frame that I was in, I wasn't trying to absorb that energy. But I looked at a little documentary of it, and it really, really spooked the hell out of me. To a bitch, I couldn't even talk. I was like, bitch, don't talk to me, honey. So, like I said, there's some weird shit that goes on these places, and it's just some weird shit, honey. Some weird shit. You have plantation farms still taking place. Some of these places, you got hunted places that nobody really talk about. And oh, girl, I keep telling y'all, especially going into these little states right here, y'all can't see it, but right here, going into these teams right here, there's a lot of hunted places in these areas. Okay. A lot of hunted places in these areas. I think they said there's about 100 and something hunted places in Alabama alone. And I'm just like, why don't these spiritual people tap into that? Why don't they tap into that energy? Georgia, too, there's a lot of spiritual people in Georgia. Why don't they tap into that energy? Go out into the plantations on videos and give us footage of these ancestors and that you connect with, and let us see what they do. You know, that's what it really comes down to. Show us what it's like to be in this area. Because like I said, if you need connections with these places, I can definitely give you some connections right now. Girl, you can Google hunted places, cemeteries and shit. Definitely show us some tea. I told y'all right here, this is old Egypt right here, honey. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Okay, Mississippi, old Egypt, girl. Yes, honey. They got a lot of tea. Memphis too. Coming on down right here. All this whole tea right here, honey. I guess the Mississippi River, the Dixon River, whatever the fuck this is right here. What the fuck is this water that go through? Y'all know this water right here. What is that water right here that goes through New Orleans, Louisiana, going through Louisiana, come on through Mississippi, divide Arkansas from Mississippi and all good stuff. Girl, there's a lot of pyramids and shit here. A lot of weird shit go on. You had a woman down here during she was a what's her name? Damn, Nachitochi, Mississippi, honey. She was a madam. Girl, she had all those hoes back in the day, girl, doing racism time, girl. Nobody touched her home. And one day a man knocked on her door and he wanted to get a hoe. And she was like, no, 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 not verbatim. But what he did was he ended up putting himself on fire and he tried to kick down the door, y'all. And when he kicked down the door, the woman caught on fire, her dog caught on fire, the house caught on fire. It was just sad. And the officer said when she went into the house, she was stepping on something gushy and she knew it was a dog out. Oh, that was just emotional for me, y'all. But anyway, there's a lot of tea over here. And that's why I'm just like, girl, if you down here in this area, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and you're into the occult or you're into spiritual shit or you're into ghosts and shit, there's lots of places here. Mississippi, too. You got a lot of places in Mississippi, too. Not Mississippi, Florida. Primarily over here in the little corner area right here where Florida and Georgia meet. You got a little bit of tea over here in Gainesville, down here to Clearwater and Pittsburgh. And then you really got some shit down here in the Everglades National Park right here. You really got shit right here. Fort Lauderdale have a little bit of tea there too, girl, but it was just a little too weird for me there. Love Fort Lauderdale, but the energy was just too quick. Girl, it was like, girl, it's like I was there for I was there for 2 weeks. It felt like I was only there for a day. Time was flying so damn quickly, y'all. And I was going to bed at 11, waking up by 8 a.m. And I still felt like the days are going by. So you mean I was up all day, bitch, and the days are going by so quickly like that? No, ma'am. Something was up. Something was up, honey. And it's very close to the Tropic of Cancer. Mm-hmm. 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 It's a plantation community. I know that's right. Come on in here. Come on in here, TC. Okay? Don't say what, Belizean. There's a lot of tea here, Belizean. There's a lot of tea here. Amazing. Yes, honey, come on in here. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to go. I'm glad I came by here just a little bit, talk about a little bit of TT. I need to find my other phone because I set it somewhere. It's currently dead and I cannot find it. I could have sworn I threw it in my bag, but I couldn't find it when I got in the car. And I'm like, that's kind of odd. And like I said, it's dead, honey. So anyway, I'll be back. For those of you who are in the Summers of Conjure class, okay, I did not get everybody's schedule back. Please let me know your schedule. Please let me know your schedule for the next 3 or 4 days. Thursday, which is tomorrow, my schedule is a little open. Saturday is all the way open. Friday is all the way open. Okay, I'm thinking about, going to the waters and doing some stuff. But anyway, I want to also, get y'all sped up. Speed up the process. Anyway, I want to speed y'all up to the T and jump into the activation of Hecate. That's what I want to do. So anyway, y'all, twospiritmister.blogspot.com. And I just want to say this too. What I think I'm going to do, because of course, going into the activation of Merkaba, okay, we made some ointments and stuff. And what I want to do is, I think I want to raffle off, and I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm getting all these hiccups, excuse me. I want to raffle off some samples, okay, of one of those items. I don't know if it's going to be the ointment, if it's going to be the oil, but I want you, anybody who gets this based on the raffle, I want you definitely to come forward. My only rule would be once you get those items and you try them for 3 to 7 days, I want you to come forward and talk about your experience with that, what you felt with that. All the items, all the ingredients that are in those oils, ointments, and all the good stuff, tonics, all that. Um, all those ingredients are used to heighten your senses. And instructions come with them. But like I said, they're all natural, they're raw, they're pure, they're organic. And like I said, I just want to hear y'all feedback. I can give you my experience of it, but I want you guys to try it. And I want you guys to come forward and say, yeah, this is exactly what it was. This is what we saw. This is what we hear. This is what we did. Yeah. Right. Okay. And that's it. That's going to be only teach. Like I said, I'll come back. We'll talk about that. And I'm going to go do my little thing, y'all. I'm going to go do my little thing. And yeah, I got to get ready for tomorrow. So anyway, you guys, love and light, everybody. Thank you all so much who stopped by here. I hope you guys have a good night. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Yes, honey. Shout out to all my supporters and viewers, honey. Bye for now.